EFT, emotional freedom technique tapping. Such a beautiful technique to bring into your life, something that you can do anywhere, anytime for all sorts of reasons. I was just using it this morning to support myself in this video. But this video is about sharing with you what is tapping, the benefits and the power of it, and why I believe it's important to bring it into your life. I'm Chantal, Akashic Record Reader, Reiki Master and Psychotherapist here at Unfold Your Freedom. And if you're new, welcome to my videos and what I offer. What is it? What I love about it is that it's something you can do anywhere, anytime. You don't actually need to understand the signs or the meridians, because I don't know about you, but that would put me off in the beginning. So I didn't start it for a long time because I didn't want to know that. And something I realize is, yes, you can go into the depths of that, but this is not what this video is about. All I'll say is that what it's doing is it's working on a Chinese philosophy, Chinese acupressure. So you're using different points to actually start clearing blocks, because let's face it, we're all made of energy. And these energies can get blocked within our bodies, physically, mentally, emotionally, particularly if we keep allowing them to store in our body. Because we don't know what we don't know. We actually don't understand sometimes what we are doing to our bodies at that deeper level. And this is what I love tapping, is that it takes you into that deeper level, into that DNA. And what it starts doing is it actually starts reframing the way you think about yourself. It starts you tuning into your body, looking at what is it you're holding on to, why are you holding on to it? And then it helps you to release. And the way I explain it to people is it's like a dam filling up with water. It fills, it fills, it fills. And if you don't allow it to release, what it does, it can overflow. And what happens in your body, it will overflow in different ways. It can come out in aches and pains, chronic illness. It come out as irritability, emotions, depression, anxiety, all those things that are stored in your body. So when you do EFT, when you do tapping, what you're doing is tuning into perhaps why you're feeling that way, where has that come from, and what can come up is things that really surprise you that you don't actually expect that they're actually stored there. And that is what I love about this. So there are the benefits. They will support you physically. So if you've got any aches and pains, they support you emotionally. Like if you want to support yourself with mental health issues, which is what I did a lot with PTSD. It really supported me, as well as having talk therapy, meditation, all sorts of other things. So what I'm doing with my channel is just sharing with you things that supported me, support clients. But I want you to be able to start listening to yourself and looking at, do I want to do it this? How can I adapt it to myself? Because if you don't adapt or own something, you're not going to do it, and it's not going to be of benefit to you. So hopefully with this video, I'll open you up to a whole new experience, and something you can bring into yourself, something you can work on is a belief, I can't do this, why would I do it? Do I have the time? So let's get started. Okay. So what you're doing is you're going to actually look at the negative side of something. Initially, when I was taught this, I was like, oh, why would I focus on the negative? Well, the thing is, we are so negative in our minds. We've had a lot perhaps from families, teachers, society, all sorts, but it's actually within us. So if you sit here and think about yourself now, how are you feeling? You know, do you not feel enough? Do you feel you're not of value? Would you be able to sit here and do a video and put yourself out there? Do you want to put yourself out there? All these things come into play, and that's actually you looping. That is your own story. You've created that story and that perception that came from outside influences. So what tapping is doing is actually helping you release that. So a good one that I find so many of us have is, I don't feel enough. But when you start, again, so sorry, I'm coming back. This is part of how it is for me and how I'm learning to deal with PTSD and my memory, and that I jump from different things all the time. How do I support myself? That's why I keep doing EFT, to bring me back, to keep me grounded, because I do go off on these different things. Do I want to keep doing a video again? No, I don't. Why I'm sharing with this is because I want to show you that it's okay to be who you are. No matter what you're going through, you are enough. Look, it took me a long time to be able to get to this point and be able to even share that on a video, because others are perfect. We compare ourselves, then we don't do anything. So I use it with a journal. You might like to subscribe to my channel, because I'm going to be talking about journaling. I'm going to be talking about chakras, and that's how the tapping also comes into that. Write out a few things that are bothering you. So one of them might be, you don't feel enough. Then you start. So I'm going to show you the points first, and then I'm going to take you through give you some ideas. So I tend to take my glasses off because I find, and I do this with Reiki and meditation for myself and clients, I feel there's an energy block here. So I'm actually going to take it off. But ironically, I don't feel I can see you, even though it doesn't matter at this point. I'm not meant to, but glasses you can hide behind, and it makes me feel invisible. Interesting. So I can tap on that. Okay, so we start here. This is where you start with your statement. And you go, even though I don't feel I'm enough, I love and accept myself. Now, again, that's the second part. And I actually found that difficult. Why would I say I love and accept myself? But the idea is that you're actually starting to reframe, because that's the whole idea, that even though you don't feel enough, you can still love and accept yourself. And that's what I love. But it took me a while to understand that. And you can also add other statements to the end of that as well. So it's not just I love and accept myself. It's okay that I feel this way. So there's different ways. Then we start on the different meridian points. Now, you can use both hands, you can use one or other depending, you can use 2 fingertips or 3. I tend to use 3 because that way I know I don't have to worry about am I not touching the meridian points. Again, you're wanting to make it as easy as possible, let go as much judgment as you can and criticism. So you start here, even though, make your statement, you say it 3 times. Because that you're now telling your body that's what you're going to work on. Then you go up to here, just your eyebrows. You just keep tapping. And I'll come back to that as I said soon. Then the side of your eyes. Okay? Then under your eyes. And then here under your nose, chin, collarbone, under your arms, just under. Women, it's bra strap. Men, it's just a bit under there. Here. You can use both hands. I find that too uncomfortable. Up the top. And after each round, I take a deep breath and tune in, because what you're going to do is then tune in. Has it made it any better? Not, do you need to do more rounds? Because you do 2, 3, 4, 7 rounds, as many as you need. Also, you can start using on your fingers here, just here between there. And just keep tapping. And then here on this one here. And breathe. And breathe. Now, when you're tapping, you tap 5, 6, 7, 8 times, or tap as long as you want, okay? Because what you're doing is you're actually just starting to retraining, and bringing it into your body. Because the more you just tap and close, I actually close my eyes, come in, because then I'm actually listening to my body and what's coming up. And then you'll start, that's when the shift starts coming. And it's quite exciting when that happens, even though it can feel painful at the same time. As I said, do as many rounds as you need to and just keep checking in. And you'll know, because what this is teaching you is come back to the innate wisdom of your body, coming back to your intuition. You'll know when to stop. You'll know. Now, what I do is when I have that, I breathe, I give thanks for the practice, and sometimes I go back and write on it as well to really clear it, or I go back to my psychologist, because yes, I have a psychologist who supports me too, and also my business is my supervisor. So I go back to her and just, because it's part of my progress, part of my wanting to remain free and enjoy life. Because let's face it, that's all what we want. We also want to feel free in our lives. Now, where can you do this? Under the shower. You can do it at work if you've got an uncomfortable meeting coming up. See, now you wouldn't even know that I'm tapping. See, I'm tapping on my legs. So or I'm tapping on my hands. So you can do it under the table, under the shower, listening, waiting for the kettle to come. You know, if you're in a traffic jam, there's so many places you can do it. Anywhere, anytime. I do it on the plane. It helps me with jet lag. So what I do with that, that's another good example. When we used to be able to travel, I would actually tap into the time of where we were flying. So then I'd actually support my body in that, because often your body lands, your spirit comes. But this actually helped me with jet lag and getting me there, okay? Just tapping. Now, the other one that I also learned, if you don't want to do the whole sequence, another really good one is I release all emotional attachments to whatever that might be. I release all emotional attachments to whatever that might be. So I do that walking. So when I'm tapping, I just do that walking, might do it by my leg. And what I do is, I might not even know. So what I also do is, and I love this about Reiki, I cover the seen. You cover the seen, unseen, known, unknown, heard and unknown. I just release. I just tap and I just go, I release all emotional attachments. Anything that I'm unaware of that needs to happen on my behalf. Because let's face it, we're not going to know everything all the time. Okay? So that just gives you an idea of what tapping is, how you can use it. I have a tapping online course. I'll put the link down the bottom. That'll take you further. It'll give you a lot more in-depth information. There's a lot of tapping scripts that I take you through, and it'll teach you how to do it on your own, because ultimately that's what you want to do, is actually make it your own practice in your own way. And I'm going to finish with this saying that I feel I just want to share with you. Deep inner peace and joy is just a tap or two away. Namaste. Thank you for watching. Leave any comments, subscribe, and I look forward to being part of your journey.